Hey, it's Dave from CheapWineFinder.com again and again with another wine review we put on the CheapWineFinder.com website. And this is a $7.99 Trader Joe's. We do a lot of that because there's a lot of bargains, and we look for bargain wines. And it's the Taymor Russian River Valley Chardonnay 2019. It's made for Trader Joe's by DNA Cellars or DNA Vineyards, who have been in Mendocino. This is Russian River and Sonoma. Russian River goes up into Mendocino, but this is Sonoma Russian River. But DNA Vineyards have been in Mendocino for 40 years. They bought a vineyard in the Russian River Valley in 2012, but this isn't from their estate vineyard. This is from a single grower in the Russian River, whose grapes show up in very well-known wines. So you have somebody who's been making wine for 40 years using really premier grapes, and you're able to buy it for $7.99 at Trader Joe's. I'll say the name again. It's the Taymor Russian River Chardonnay 2019. It's like, how do they do that? Because the funny thing about it, I don't know how funny it is, but when you're looking at $10 and under Chardonnays, you normally see California on the label, and that's not a bad thing. That just means they used grapes from the Central Coast combined with some grapes in the Central or a valley, maybe Lodi, or maybe the North Coast, maybe Lake County or whatever. And that usually is to make wine inexpensive, they have to make a lot of it. And, usually these are large wine companies, and they're making the most of their vineyards by using a little bit here and a little bit there. But Trader Joe's doesn't really have to do that. I mean, they're making enough wine to sell at Trader Joe's, but they don't really have to worry about the wine lasting all year. It can be fairly small production. They're way smaller than the $10 wines. You don't get drink it now wines from Russian River Valley grapes, especially single producer, And you don't get it from a winemaker with 40 or a winery with 40 years experience. So it's made in the drink it now style. And the normal Russian River Chardonnays are probably in the $25 range, $18, $25, $30 range, are made in a more complicated style and have a pretty, impressive oak barrel regimen and all that. And these drink it now wines really don't do that. This is 2019. It's ready to go in a hurry. It probably was harvested about a year ago this time, maybe a little later. So less than a year after they pick them, it's in my glass. So it's not a wine meant to be aged. Good thing, Sip. But it's got the same grapes as the $25 wines do. And that's a little bit different. Nothing wrong with the grapes that go in the normal $10 wines. They're perfectly good. But it's so different. When you get a single AVA, you get a little bit of an insight on what that AVA tastes like, what it's all about. And the Russian River Valley, which runs north and south along the coast, the Sonoma Coast AVA does Pinot Noir and Chardonnay too, and that's on the coast. This is a little bit inland, not that much. You're getting a taste of what a fancy AVA is all about in a drink it now style rather than a more complicated style, but the flavors are still there. And you're paying $7.99, $8, and Trader Joe's has price advantages. They don't do advertising and marketing, and distribution costs are less than retail brands. So it can knock several dollars off the price of a comparable wine. So you're not really drinking a $7.99 wine. It could be anywhere from $9 to $12 maybe. It's hard to put a number on those things. But just because you're paying less doesn't mean that the quality is less. And you're actually getting, and I hate to say the word better grape just because it comes from Russian River Valley. That doesn't mean that the wines that have California label have bad grapes. That is not the case at all. But you are getting something that the reason why it's a AVA separate from Sonoma is because it has properties that are unique to itself, and you're getting those to taste those unique properties. So there you go. It's $8. It's made with great grapes by someone who knows what they're doing. It's sold at Trader Joe's. It's probably not going to be around forever, but DNA Cellars make some of the best wines Trader Joe's has. They make all sorts. I put a link on the website where you can look at what they do. And that's it for me. It's like, why would you not buy this wine? It's great. So keep it cheap, and adios until the next time. Over and out.